In today's video, I'm going to teach you layout design, how to use grids in Figma. By the end, you'll know how to set up a clear, flexible column grid so your layouts snap into place and your spacing stays consistent across the whole design. Start by opening Figma in your browser, then open your design. If you're starting fresh, make sure you're working on a frame rather than the empty canvas. Click the Frame tool at the top, choose Desktop from the presets, and then select MacBook Air. This gives you a desktop-sized frame that's easy to work with and represents a common screen width. With that frame selected, look to the panel on the right. You'll see the Layout Grid section. Click the plus icon to add a grid to your frame. A default grid appears, but we want vertical columns, which are much better for structuring desktop layouts. Click the word J. Grid to open the options and switch it to columns. Columns help you define content areas, maintain margins, and create consistent spacing for headings, text blocks, images, and cards. You'll notice your frame now shows vertical guides that you can align elements to. Now choose how many columns you prefer. There isn't a single correct number, but here's a quick guideline. 12 columns give you a lot of flexibility for different content widths, while 8 or 10 columns can feel simpler and cleaner. Pick the count that matches your project style or brand system. You can always adjust this later as your layout evolves. Next, customize the grid's color and opacity so it's easy to see without overpowering your design. A color that contrasts with your background combined with a lower opacity, something subtle, keeps the grid useful but not distracting. If it blends in too much, switch to a different color for clarity. As you start placing content, align edges to the column boundaries. This creates rhythm and makes spacing decisions faster and more consistent. If your layout feels too tight or too airy, revisit the column count and tweak until it supports your content naturally. The goal is clarity and consistency, not rigid perfection. A few practical tips. Keep the frame selected whenever you want to edit the grid. Use the eye icon next to Layout Grid to toggle visibility for quick previews, and consider duplicating this frame to reuse your grid setup across multiple pages or screens. When collaborating, note your chosen column count so teammates stay aligned. And that's it. You opened your design, created a MacBook Air desktop frame, added a layout grid, switched it to columns, chose a column count, and customized its color. Save your work and you're ready to design confidently with a solid grid foundation.